Welcome back to another I Got It Used review. I Got It Used Reviews is brought to you exclusively by Magic Box Productions. Well, what we have here is a Power Smokeless Grill. You can see the dials over here. We'll get into all of that. We got this magnificent piece at Savers for, I believe, $12.99. After doing a little bit of research, these are on the old Wally World and Amazon for, I want to say, right around $70.99 up to $120. But we got this one. This is what it came with, all this and the cord. It didn't come with any utensils, any special trinkets, anything like that. But I want to take some of the pieces off and kind of show you how it's put together. We have the glass top with an amazing seal on this. This seal will actually suction cup to the counter if you push it down. We're then going to go into the non-stick surface. As you can see, it's formed to fit over the heating element. I'm going to put that back because that heating element comes off with it. We can set that aside. Then we have a pan underneath. This is a drip tray to lead all of the greases, oils, and everything down into another drip tray, which is dishwasher safe. Right here you will find the fan. That's going to do the old woofty-woofty. And that's what's going to make it smokeless. Plastic construction, metal. Yes, it is plastic, but no, it doesn't feel light and chintzy. There are a lot of nooks and crannies in this. Make sure that's pushed down. It has about a 3-foot cord, so it could stand to be a little bit longer. On the bottom, you'll find Power Smokeless Grill model number GR-1500F, 120 volts, 60 hertz, 1500 watts. Conforms to UL STD 1083. Certified Yucatan Peninsula. Date code. And made in China. Made in China, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this pops open, I'm guessing so you can clean the fan element. I don't know any other reason. Oh, look at this, it slides. You know, this just made everything a whole new ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, that steps it up a little bit. That makes it really nice. This slides back in. We'll then take this. Much like every other utensil we've ever reviewed, 1500 watts is going to be right around that of your standard hairdryer. So running this on one outlet, no big deal. Having a couple of them running on one outlet, you're going to be blowing some fuses. Let's put it back together. The fan is in. Next, we have the grease catcher, the funnel. Sure. This clicks in. In goes the cord. Now, if you look over here, we have power, and it's a knob you can't turn, and we have a fan button. Fan comes on. It's a little noisy, but not too bad, but on par with a refrigerator. Push the power button, and you're like, nothing happens. It's because you gotta see the plus and the minus. Well, we want it to go hotter, so we push that, and it looks like it goes up 3 bars. Now we're up to about 250. Now we're up to about 325-ish. There's 350 and 390 and then 450, the highest temperature possible. You can see this is flashing. We're gonna give it a minute to heat up and you'll be able to see what's going on. You can see that the light is now staying on to right there because we're definitely at 220 degrees and we are going to be heating up to probably about 350 for the first thing we're going to be doing. I have bad news, folks. We found a sticker on here that says do not immerse in water. I'm assuming immerse and submerse are similar enough that it probably should not go into the dishwasher. So that being said, the bottom is not dishwasher safe and you can't submerge it in water or immerse it in water, but there's no electronics in it, so you can take it apart and clean it really well. it is up to temp, and it was clean, so there's gonna be a little bit of steam and maybe I know it's called smokeless, but there might be a little bit of smoke if we miss something coming off of it. Right now, as you can hear, nothing. There's the fan, and you can still hear me talking. It's not too bad at all. I'm gonna leave the fan off for right now because we want a little bit of smoke to start, and then we wanna see if it can suck it up the way it's supposed to. Got a nice sizzle right off the bat. And we are gonna put the lid on. We're gonna take a quick peek. Still no smoke. As you can see over here, some cheese did spill, no smoke out of it. It slides nice on here. Ooh, it's getting nice grill marks. Slide it right back to the center, and we will leave it. This is not a high-speed cooking device. This isn't like the new wave oven where it's cut your cooking time in half, set it and forget it. This is a watch it like a hawk so you don't burn your house down, because you are using an open heating device inside your house. You need to watch this very closely. You got kids, you got pets, you have forgetful spouses, you gotta watch this closely. We've let it sit for a little bit with the temp up all the way. We did probe it to see what it's at. I'm sorry I don't have a surface temperature gauge, a laser one. So we used the probe and laid it across with something on top of it. It got to 333. So it's probably not hitting that 450, 475 range that it says it's going to. That's probably why it takes a little bit longer. There is some smoke. So we'll turn the fan on. Oh, yeah, now we're starting to get nice and melty. That sounds done to me. And as you can see, the cheese that was over here slid right off. Take that out. We're now going to try a couple of things that maybe you would try at home, maybe you wouldn't. We're gonna put a little corn on there. Ooh, like that sizzle. We're going to put Zooks, some eggplant, and pork chop. Got a nice sizzle going on, as you can hear. I'll shut the fan up so you can hear a little better. What's really nice is the lid, as you can see, kind of bubbles up and the tray goes down. So you do have plenty of room in there. The corn's pushing it a little bit. We're about 3 minutes deep on the chops, eggplant, zucchini, and corn. I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit of smoke and humidity that's gathered. We're gonna turn the fan on to see if we can pull it out. Instantaneously pulls the smoke and humidity out of the grilling area. And it smells like a church picnic in here. It smells great. We're at about 10 minutes and I want to show you just one more time how powerful that little fan is. Ready? Now it's also very quiet. Take the lid off. But now we're starting to build up some nice heat. How does that look? I know I should have tongs. I use my fingers. Roll the corn. And we could have probably flipped this a little sooner. Oh, look at that. That looks great. As you saw, we are at 145, so I'm purposely leaving the fan off right now because I want some steam and smoke to blow a little bit. because we want to kind of put this fan to the test. Gloria Gaynor, is that hot? Okay. So, what we're going to do is, I'm intentionally taking a little bit of olive oil, brush it on the eggplant. Just oiled everything except the corn. Someone's gonna say, you didn't oil the corn! You're right, we didn't oil the corn. Let's right on the grill, making a mess. And other than smelling good, as you can see, we have the heat pegged. So let's see. I don't know if you saw it waft the smoke all up. I'll try that again. You can see a little bit coming up here. Gone. We're gonna cut into it, see how it did. Looks really good. We're gonna cut into it a little deeper. Yeah, that's great. Look at juicy. I didn't let this sit at all. Nice and juicy. It does a great job. The corn, this I'm interested in. We're all interested. I left the grill on while we were talking because I wanted those bits and pieces in there to see how smoky they would get. And as you can see, we got a good amount of smoke. Boom, sucks it right down. It does a great job with that. Cooks, well, it cooks very well. I'm not going to talk about the recipes that we were doing, anything like that. This is all about how this device worked. We have used this before to make Korean barbecue, where you set it at the table with all of the different ingredients around and you kind of cook and make your own little lettuce wraps. It works perfectly for that. This does heat up quite slow. It takes it a while. This is not a speed demon by any means, but it doesn't say super fast cooker on it. It says Power Smokeless Grill. It has power, it's smokeless, and it's a grill. It does everything it is supposed to do. I am interested. I think I might want to try to make a pizza on this because if you remember when beginning, this whole thing lifts out. So with the proper utensils, you could lay the dough out, pick it up like that and slide it up to wherever you need it. And probably turn out really well the way that this lid top seals down on top. I would recommend picking one up if you run across one. So for the Power Smokeless Grill, I am going to have to give it 4 stars. The only reason I'm not giving it that 5th star is we could not get it up to 475 degrees. We tried. Maybe if I let it on for like a half an hour with the lid and just leave it alone, we might eventually achieve it. But it has been on now for about 35 minutes with the top on and off. And the highest we hit was 390. So, meh. Get 4 stars. Not too bad. Thank you very much for joining us. This is I Got It Used Reviews. I Got It Used Reviews is brought to you exclusively by Magic Box Productions.